Hello and welcome, my dear friend. I'm so glad destiny brought you here because this message is a profound one. Let me ask you this. What if the very thing you've been searching for, love, connection, purpose, has been quietly unfolding in your life all along? Today we're going to uncover the beauty, power, and, most importantly, the love that's already within you but often goes unnoticed. Every word of this message is important, so I invite you to stay with me until the end. Let's start at the beginning. Not the beginning of your life, but the beginning of your longing for love. Can you trace it back? For many it starts in childhood, when the world feels both infinite and confusing. Maybe you were that child who sat quietly in the corner, observing the dynamics of family gatherings, wondering why the love you saw on TV, with its grand gestures and unwavering devotion, felt so different from the often complex realities within your own home. Or maybe you were the loud one, seeking attention and approval, performing for the adults because silence felt unbearable, a void where validation should have been. Perhaps you craved connection, but didn't know how to articulate your need. Whatever your story, there was a moment, an imprint, when you first felt the absence of something you couldn't quite name. It wasn't a tangible object, but a feeling, an atmosphere. You didn't understand it then, but deep down, you started to yearn. You started to believe in an idea of love so pure, so complete, that it would erase all the chaos, all the hurt, all the misunderstandings that permeated your early experiences. This ideal love became a beacon, a guiding star in the confusing landscape of childhood. It was a beautiful dream, wasn't it? A sanctuary built on hope and the promise of unconditional acceptance. But life, as it often does, began to challenge it. Maybe you faced a heartbreak that shattered your trust, leaving you questioning your judgment and your worth. Maybe you watched your parents or caretakers struggle to love each other, their relationship a constant source of tension and conflict, or even themselves, their own insecurities and unresolved traumas spilling into your young world. Maybe you lost someone who meant everything to you, a grandparent, a friend, a pet, leaving a void so vast it felt like it would swallow you whole, a gaping hole in your heart where joy and security once resided. And so you began to wonder, is love even real? Is it a universal truth, or just a fleeting illusion perpetuated by stories and films? And if it is it something meant for me? Am I worthy of such a profound and transformative experience? These questions became invisible threads, weaving through your days, shaping the way you saw the world and yourself. They became the lens through which you interpreted every interaction, every relationship, every opportunity for connection. Fast forward to the person you are today. You've grown, you've learned, you've survived. You've accumulated experiences, both joyful and painful, that have shaped your character and your perspective. But let's be honest, how often do you still feel like you're not enough? Not enough for the relationships you want, the dreams you chase, the life you envision. This feeling of inadequacy can manifest in various ways: self-doubt, anxiety, a constant need for external validation. There's a voice in your head, isn't there? A quiet but persistent whisper that tells you you're lacking. It might say things like, if only I were more confident, more attractive, more successful, then I'd deserve love. This inner critic constantly compares you to others, highlighting your perceived flaws and shortcomings. It creates an endless cycle of self-criticism and dissatisfaction. But here's the truth no one ever tells you. That voice is a liar. It's not your truth. It's a mask, a shadow born from all the moments you were made to feel small or unseen, from the criticisms you internalized, the rejections you endured. And it's time to rip that mask off, because underneath it, There's a version of you so powerful, so radiant, that it could light up the darkest night. This authentic self is waiting to be rediscovered, embraced, and celebrated. The journey to that version of you isn't so easy. It requires you to confront every belief you've ever held about yourself, to ask, why do I think I'm not enough? And who decided that for me? Was it the parent who didn't know how to love you unconditionally, projecting their own insecurities onto you? The partner who took more than they gave, leaving you feeling depleted and unworthy? The society that told you your worth was tied to your appearance or achievements, creating unrealistic expectations and perpetuating harmful stereotypes? But let me tell you something, their stories aren't yours. You've carried their weight for too long, burdened by their judgments and limitations. It's time to let it go, to release yourself from the chains of their narratives. Now, let's shift gears, because while you've been busy doubting yourself, life has been busy loving you. Yes, you heard that right, loving you. And I'm not talking about some abstract, distant love. I'm talking about the kind of love that shows up every single day in ways you might not even notice. It's woven into the fabric of your existence, a constant undercurrent of support and connection. Think about the last time you felt the sun on your face. That wasn't just warmth. It was the universe saying, you are alive, and that is enough. It was a reminder of the simple beauty of existence, the gift of being present in this moment. Think about the friend who checked in on you, offering a listening ear and a comforting presence. The stranger who smiled at you, a fleeting moment of human connection that brightened your day. The song that played at just the right moment, its lyrics resonating with your current emotions, offering solace and understanding. None of these were coincidences. They were love notes scattered across your path, gentle reminders of your inherent worth and the interconnectedness of all things. The problem isn't that love is absent, it's that we're so conditioned to look for it in grand gestures that we miss its quieter forms. We expect fireworks and declarations, overlooking the subtle expressions of care and affection that surround us. We think love has to come with fairy tales and dramatic pronouncements, but sometimes it's as simple as the way your body keeps breathing, your heart keeps beating, even on the days when you feel like giving up. It's the resilience of the human spirit, the innate drive to survive and thrive. So let me ask you this, what would happen if you started to notice these love notes? If you started to collect them, cherish them, and let them remind you that you are, and have always been, worthy of love? How would your perception of yourself and the world around you shift? And now, the moment of truth, the greatest love of all, the one you've been searching for, isn't something outside of you. It's you. It's the way you fought for yourself, even when you felt like no one else would. It's the way you've picked yourself up time and time again after life knocked you down. It's the way you've dared to dream, even when the world told you not to. It's the quiet strength you've cultivated within yourself, the unwavering belief in your own potential. You are not incomplete. You are not waiting to be made whole. You are already whole, already enough, already everything you need to be. You possess an inherent value that is not dependent on external factors or achievements. And when you truly embrace that, something incredible happens. The love you've been giving to everyone else, your friends, your family, even strangers, starts to flow back to you. Not because you've earned it, but because you finally allowed yourself to receive it. You've opened the floodgates to self-acceptance and self-compassion, creating space for love to enter your life in all its forms. This is your moment, my dear friend. Your moment to stop chasing, stop doubting, and start being the love, the light, the miracle you've always been. To embrace your authentic self, flaws and all, and to recognize the inherent beauty and worth that resides within you. So here's my challenge for you. Walk through your life as if you are the greatest love story ever told. Because you are. Every scar, every tear, every triumph, it's all part of the masterpiece that is you. Each experience has contributed to your growth and shaped you into the person you are today. Stop waiting for someone or something to give you permission to feel loved. Look in the mirror tonight and say, I am enough. I am loved. I am whole. Say it until you believe it. Even comment it below, because it's the truth. You just didn't believe it yet. Repeat this truth daily, allowing it to sink into your subconscious and reshape your self-perception. And as you move through the world, don't just look for love, create it. In your words, your actions, your presence. Let the love that is already within you ripple out, touching everyone and everything around you. Share your kindness, your compassion, your unique gifts with the world. Because when you love yourself deeply, unapologetically, the world has no choice but to reflect that love back to you. You are not just living in a love story. You are the love story. You are the protagonist, the hero, the author of your own life. And your story is one of resilience, strength, and unwavering self-love. So, live it now. Live it fully. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.